Hello.
Hello there.
That's going to be my intro. Welcome back to another video, guys. It's been a while. Basically, there's a few reasons for that. Man ended up going and breaking his back, which put a hold on the whole consistency thing. But anyway, I'm back and I'm with a really exciting video for you guys. So today's video is going to be about my team, Raptor Factory Racing, and their KOM attempt at Box Hill. Spoiler alert, we got the KOM. That's not what the video is going to be about. The video is going to be about all the kind of behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, we're going to cut to some footage of the day before when we went to recce the climb. So we're going to cut to that. So it was a pretty early morning spin to the clubhouse Putney to meet up with my teammates for the Box Hill recon. As you can see, some of us hadn't had our morning coffees and hence the questionable behaviour just then. But regardless, we headed towards Richmond Park en route to Box Hill, where the team would put their strategy to the test. Hi, I'm filming you.
Oh, did we just touch cameras?
When we got to Box Hill, one of the first things that the team had to sort out was how we were going to take the bottom corner. It's quite a technical corner, it's slightly off-cambered and tight, so it was important that we practice this as a team to carry as much speed into the climb as possible. We weren't really very organised with this initially and didn't have someone on the corner watching the cars come down the hill, and we ended up having a few close calls with this, including Judy. We had to bail into a hedge instead of ploughing directly into a car, which unfortunately I didn't capture. We even decided to give the corner a quick sweep just because there was a lot of loose stuff and gravel.
You're doing a good job. I'm enjoying the view.
It was down to Archie to lead the team into the bottom corner, and as you can see, he's doing a very good job of it. So I'm now going to show you guys one of the mini practice attempts that we did. I think the team did about 4 of these in total, but essentially we were just practicing going full gas into the bottom corner as a team and keeping together as a unit, and then we would basically continue going full gas at KOM speed right to the top of the first hairpin. So the rider on the back here is the one who will go the whole way and hopefully secure the KOM, and that's Hicks. Very, very punchy guy. So the idea is if we can deliver him as far up the climb as possible, he'll have the punch at the end to be able to increase the speed even more and then hopefully get the KOM. So you can't see him here, but on the front at the minute is Archie, who is basically going to do his best 1 minute power, and then once he get up this first part of the climb to the first hairpin, he will be substituted in by Sam, who's just waiting kind of near the car park near the first hairpin. He's going to drop in, bring the pace back up again for probably about another minute, and hopefully get the team to the next hairpin where Judy will take over, then Rowan, then Alex, and then finally Dylan.
And like you drop in, ideally, then you go next to him, then you come out, and then the next person goes into his wheel.
Yeah.
That's the way that you should do it. So
someone's got to shout. Obviously, Archie will be like on the limit.
as in, so like you sort of want to go in front of Archie.
Yeah.
And then Archie comes up beside you.
Yeah. All right.
After this, the team decided to do a pretty much near full gas effort, and they actually end up getting a time of 4:13, which is about 8 seconds off the actual KOM. It wouldn't be a team ride without someone's bike breaking, but luckily we had Alex on hand to help fix it. I'll let you enjoy this moment where Alex was trying to fix Judy's bike and actually ended up dropping it on the road.
Drop your bike. checking the frame over, checking the rigidity.
Yeah, I just want to do a bounce catch, you know?
How well is the paint on here? Let's see.
But Judy took it pretty well. Over the course of the 2 days, we had 2 videographers come down and shoot some content. Amelia and Callum, shout out to them. They're basically filming some content for a professional documentary, which is eventually going to be on the Raptor YouTube. It wouldn't be a British summer training ride unless we did get rained on, but luckily we were pretty close to the clubhouse at this point. The pastries were now in sight and we were back waiting for a nice coffee. Before I headed home, I had to do an interview with Amelia and Callum for the documentary, and then we all headed home to rest up for the big day tomorrow. So I hope you're enjoying the video so far, guys. If you are, be sure to leave a like, maybe even consider subscribing. Unfortunately, I wasn't actually able to make the KOM attempt on the day, just because it was such an early start for me. They had to get there super early because it is a very busy road, as you probably know. So I think they were on the climb by around sort of 6:30 in the morning. But yeah, what I do want to show you though is a little deep dive into each of the riders' data. So interestingly, they did 2 attempts on the day, and the first attempt was a fail. They were, I think, 4 seconds off the actual KOM in the first attempt. So it was a bit of a kick in the teeth really for the team, and they kind of had to dust themselves off. 20 minutes later, go and do another full gas effort again. And there was a little tweak in the strategy which managed to bring them 7 seconds. So that's what we're going to look into. So guys, this is going to be a quick side-by-side comparison between our boy Dylan Hicks of Raptor Factory Racing and Dom Jackson of Foran CT, the previous KOM holder of Box Hill. Just for your reference, Dylan is the pink pin and Dom or Foran is the black pin. So as you can see guys, we've already gained a second on them going into that bottom corner, probably because we practiced it so much. Practice makes perfect, so that's awesome. And because we've got more speed going into the climb, we actually end up gaining about 2 seconds on them pretty much straight away. As you can see though, we do lose this time going into the first hairpin, which is a bit of a shame. And at this point, it's pretty much even Stevens. As we approach the second hairpin, we actually see the time drop to 2 seconds behind. This could be mainly due to the weather conditions. They might have had a tailwind on this section of the course. But again, we make the time back on the corner, and it's probably because we just practiced it a bit more and worked out what the max speed was to absolutely nail this corner. So as we approach the final straight of the climb, you can see it's pretty much even Stevens. But as we get to sort of the midpoint of the climb and 2/3 into that straight, you can see we've actually lost 3 seconds, and it's looking like it's not going to happen. But somehow on this last third, we can see that the time starts slowly ticking back up, and just as we enter the final hairpin, we are even Stevens. And then what you're going to see here is actually pretty bloody special, because as you can see, this last 200 meters to the finish line, Dylan goes and he puts 3 seconds into Dom, which is just insane and just shows how fast he is in a hill finish. I think this is a really, really awesome thing to see, I'm not gonna lie. And that was that. We got the KOM, or yeah, the team got the KOM, or Dylan got the KOM, however you want to see it. But as you can see, probably could have actually have gone even faster in sections, and I think there are plans to go back and try and get under 4, which I think can be easily done. So I thought it would be interesting now to show you guys some power data from each of the individual riders, just to show you how they contributed to this KOM attempt and basically just reveal some of the strategy behind this. So leading the charge, we've got Archie Waller, and Archie's going to do a effort of about 1 minute 8, and he's going to do his 1 minute power PB of 720 watts. And basically this was part of the plan. Basically the team asked Archie to go as hard as he could for this minute, because this part of the climb, it's probably out of all the other parts of the climb, it's the best to gain time on. So part of the strategy was to have Sam waiting here around where this car park is, right next to the first hairpin. And the idea was that Archie would get to the car park, he would peel off, Sam would slot in at the front, and he would do another minute turn to try and get the speed back up. So yeah, Sam basically does a 1 minute 18 turn at around 446 average, but I'm sure normalized it was like a lot higher. But yeah, this is enough to get the speed back up for the team. So just before the second hairpin, Sam peels off and we see Judy take over. So Judy's going to do about another 30 seconds ahead of Sam and just lead them into that second hairpin and absolutely rail it, and hopefully just bring the speed back up smoothly out of that hairpin. and then it's down to Rowan to take over. So after Judy peels off, Rowan is now on the front at the start of that long straight that we talked about, and Rowan is going to be doing 3 minutes at around 550 watts, which is pretty bonkers numbers for me personally. But yeah, so Rowan ends up getting them to around sort of the last 2/3 of that long final straight. So Alex is going to contribute another 30 seconds, and he's going to get the team to that final hairpin to deliver Dylan, who's going to have to put a hell of an effort in to secure the KOM. Alex ends up averaging around 480 watts for about 3 minutes 39 of the effort, and then it's up to Dylan to deliver in that last sort of 150 meters, and deliver he does. And as you can see, he ends up averaging around 707 watts for the last 11 seconds of the finish line, which is just like insane. Like, to have that turn of speed at sort of that point in the climb is amazing. And I think Dylan actually ends up averaging 7.56 watts per kilo for 4 minutes and 2 seconds, which is just like insane numbers. Hopefully I didn't bog you down too much in the data, but it just goes to show the kind of power that goes into getting this KOM and how impressive it is. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video, guys. There's going to be a lot more consistency now because I'm actually riding my bike a bit more, and I'm going to be doing a lot of kind of group rides and things like that. So kind of want to take you along with me with that. But yeah, with that, see you in the next video. Ciao.